Hi guys, happy Monday. We're gonna now start angle of elevation and depression, which you actually did last year, and let's do a reminder of what angle of elevation and depression means. So imagine this is the horizontal line where the where his eyes are. Okay, if he looks up, for example, if he's seeing a plane, we call this angle here angle of elevation. Okay, while if he's looking down to a rock, to a dog, to whatever, we call this an angle of depression. It's going to be positive, and even if it goes down, it's still going to be positive. Okay, so again, when we look up, that's an angle of elevation, and this is a definition. I'm telling you what it is. We call this angle of elevation, while when somebody's looking down, we call this angle of depression. Okay, knowing that, it says Brian's kite is flying above a field at the end of a 65 meter of a string. If the angle of elevation to the kite measures 70 degrees, and Brian is holding the kite 1.2 meters off the ground, how high above the ground is the kite flying? Okay. Now, first of all, it would be really nice if you actually draw what's going on, what's happening. We're gonna First of all, we're gonna draw Brian, this guy Brian. It's flying a kite, right? And this is Brian, and this is the kite. Okay. Now the kite, as said here, it has a string, and he has actually um, um, released 65 meters of a string. Right. Now the kite is up here. Right. So 65 meters of string, and he is actually the kite is actually flying at the distance from the ground to here. It's 1.2 meters. It says he's holding the kite at 1.2 meters above the ground. So here we go. Now they're asking us how high above the ground is the kite. So and the angle of elevation, so this angle here from the eyes, okay, the horizontal up, this is 70 degrees. Okay, that's the angle of elevation. Then it's asking us how high is the kite flying. Now we have to understand that to measure how high is the kite flying, we will have to add this here that we're going to call x plus 1.2 meters. Okay, the ground is here. So first we have to find x, and after we find x, we just add this x to this 1.2. Okay, let's do that. So we're gonna have now we have this angle, and this. So this angle, this side and this side. This x is 65. So do we have to use sine, cosine, or tangent? Remember that sine is sine of an angle. Let's call it x. No, not x, because you're gonna mix it with this. So sine of theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine of theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent of theta is actually opposite over adjacent. So what do we have in here? X is gonna be opposite, right? The opposite side, while 65 is the hypotenuse. So we have opposite and hypotenuse. So we have opposite and hypotenuse, we're gonna use sine, right? Great. Now we're gonna use sine of theta equals x over 65. Okay, how do we solve this? We multiply 65 both sides of the equation, so this cancels out. We have x equals 65 65 sine of theta, which is theta now is 70, so it's x equals 65 times sine of 70 degrees. And when we do this with the calculator, I'm gonna use this one today, so it's sine of 70. Sorry, this word difference, so 70 sine times 65 is 61. So x is gonna be 61 meters. Okay. And then after we finish this, we'll have to add 1.2, right? As we said. So the whole thing, it's gonna be 61.08 plus 1.2, and that's gonna be 62.28, which is more or less 62.3. Okay, meters. That's it. We're done for this exercise. I hope it helps. And the next video, we're gonna do one example for angle of depression.